Hello everyone, I'm back, and today I'm here to maximize your fear. So far, 2023 has been a year filled with many strange things caught on trail cams. From weird unidentified creatures to killers and to many other unexplainable phenomena. So today I decided to highlight some of the most chilling and downright horrifying creatures caught on trail cameras this year. So grab your popcorn and allow your fear to be maximized as we recap the scariest trail camera clips of 2023. This bone-chilling trail camera video comes from Pete and Ash. It was posted to TikTok fairly recently. The footage starts out normal as it shows a nice view of the woods, but wait for it. As you can see, a very pale and lifeless head peers around from the tree. The head's movement is very strange, as it does not at all move like something from this world. The neck is stretched out extremely far and its eyes are dark, hollow pits, ruling out the possibility of this being a human. Now, clips like these always spark massive debates online. People in the comments had a few theories. One of the theories being that it's just a man in a costume. However, the movement and the elongation of the neck proves otherwise. Others conclude that it has to be edited somehow. This could very well be possible, however, it would be extremely hard to edit something to make it look this realistic. You would need a professional. Others think this is a supernatural being of some sort, maybe the rake or some other cryptid. Nonetheless, whatever it is, it definitely is very chilling and raises lots of questions. A trail cam owner named Randy Thompson captured something very strange at his ranch. It's located in Tehachapi, California. This footage was from a while ago, but it's just now gaining popularity, circulating throughout social media sites such as TikTok and YouTube. Randy had a trail camera mounted on his fence, but pay close attention as something sprints past. At first, the footage may not seem too alarming, but when we slow the footage down, this is when you can really get a glimpse of what ran past. A werewolf or dogman looking creature is seen. Randy rewatched his trail cam footage the next day and was completely shocked by what he captured. Here is his story.
We were just having problems out here. There was something disturbing the garden and set me up a camera on top of that there building, and I got me some pictures and video of something like I never seen before. It took off, got out of here quick. I came in and rustled up some stuff and got some food and then got out of here.
The lack of editing and CGI technology back in the day pretty much rules out the theory that this could have been special effects. Definitely a very strange encounter. Do you think this could be a legitimate Dogman sighting? Let me know in the comments down below. Taking a look at another terrifying trail cam capture, but this one is terrifying for a different reason. This trail camera was posted near the bank of the Ohio River. Newman Outdoors set up the camera to get a closer look at the wildlife, but this was not exactly the wildlife he had in mind. As you can see, a good-sized spider spends lots of time crawling around on the lens. Because of the way too close view, it's hard to determine what type of spider it is. Let me know in the comments if you can figure it out. For some reason, it seems like spiders like these cameras because the same thing happened to my Ring doorbell. Check it out. But if you're not a fan of spiders, this segment was definitely not your favorite. On to the next. A woman woke up from her sleep on a cold winter morning and took a look out of her window. Within the melting snow, she noticed something strange. A set of footprints walking directly up to her bedroom window. The footprints stopped at her window and then proceeded in the opposite direction. She was very creeped out by this, thinking that she may have a stalker. So she decided to set up a hidden camera facing right towards where these footsteps were. After a few nights of nothing happening, eventually this is what the camera would record. An older-looking man is seen approaching her house and peering into her bedroom window, watching her sleep. The man was clearly stalking her. This was enough to cause her to call the police. Officers and detectives, after doing extensive research, were able to locate and trace the vehicle that was at her house that night. The vehicle belonged to a man named Robert Cecina, who was a very trusted executive that belonged to the company 3M. He was the global key account vice president at the company. Upon the police finding this information, they were able to point out that Robert from the LinkedIn profile resembles the man from the security footage. Authorities eventually reached out to Robert, but he denied having any involvement. Authorities ended up interviewing witnesses in the neighborhood, and they gathered enough information to conclude that it was indeed Robert Cecina in the security camera footage. In turn, he was charged with felony stalking, ultimately causing him to lose his job at the 3M company. Now this right here is a great example of why you should never judge a book by its cover, because seemingly normal people can be a lot less normal than you think. So the following trail camera captures come from the Evansville Police Department. These are 100% legit captures considering that they are coming from an actual police force. A recent investigation had been carried out by local police in Evansville, Wyoming, and it happened only a few weeks ago. They found large animal prints in the mud near the town. To the investigators, they looked like mountain lion prints, so they wanted to locate it and get it out of the area because it's a threat to the humans. Investigators decided to mount a trail camera in the area in an attempt to find what made these prints. But instead of capturing the animal, it captured something far more disturbing. First, the police set up trail cams, snapped various photos of normal wildlife. It captured a raccoon, a deer, a skunk, and even some wild turkeys. But then it captured this. It captured multiple shots of this strange man. The face of this thing looks terrifying and shockingly realistic. In the last photo, it puts its face right up to the camera. These strange photos definitely got people talking. Lots of Evansville residents suspected this was a prank and they did not find it funny at all. Others did not think it was a prank and thought that the explanation is rooted in something paranormal, due to the realistic and eerie look of the being. Some also suspect that it could be a deranged man or a serial killer. Whichever theory is correct, I think it's safe to say that locals will be avoiding that woods for a while. Now the following clip is a very special one. This footage was actually captured by me and it happened a couple years ago. My family and I were on vacation and we went to dinner at this very nice place right on the intercoastal waterway. There were turtles and fish swimming around below, hoping for people to drop some of their food in the water for them. Towards the end of our meal, we started feeding them some of our leftover food when we looked down and noticed something strange right down below us. It was a pretty big snake and it seemed to be eating something. Seizing the opportunity, I got up and jumped over the railing and climbed down the rocks, and I captured this awesome video. When I got closer, I realized the snake was eating a pretty big catfish. You can see the snake tries very hard, but it looks like its eyes were definitely bigger than its stomach. The whole rest of the time we were there, the snake tried to eat this fish, but it never succeeded. How this snake even managed to catch this fish in the first place is unknown, but definitely very impressive. A very rare sight for sure, and I can't believe I got to see it. If I wouldn't have caught this on camera, absolutely nobody would have believed it. Now, not too much is known about the following footage, but the story goes like this. A group of teenagers took an innocent camping trip. It was late at night when they were all in the tent. Suddenly, they began hearing some strange noises in the distance. Here's what happened next.
Run! Run! Guys, wait! Oh.
What the heck is that thing? As you can see, right in front of their tent is a humanoid figure on all fours just staring at them. The light shining out of the tent casted enough light for this thing to be seen. The caption of the video reads, "Skinwalker found while camping." A skinwalker is a shape-shifting demon or witch that is able to transform and take the form of humans and animals. The legend comes from the Navajo culture. The people who caught this on camera are convinced it really was a skinwalker, and they are still shaken up from the encounter. I think it's definitely safe to say that they won't be going into those woods anytime soon. Now, speaking of skinwalkers, this next clip shows an animal behaving very strangely. Researchers say that one of the biggest signs of a skinwalker is an animal behaving very creepily. Because skinwalkers are said to be shape-shifting spirits, when they take the form of animals, they cannot act exactly the same. They do their best to mimic animals, but they can't exactly nail every aspect since they aren't actually that animal. For example, a lot of people think this deer is a skinwalker. Due to its erratic and strange behavior. So with that being said, here is this video clip.
What the?
The footage posted to TikTok on May 25th, 2023 by Pega31 shows a horse watching the man sleep. Now, if I woke up and the first thing I saw was that horse standing over me and just staring into my soul, I would have been terrified. Many online users speculated that this was a skinwalker or it was possessed because of how creepy the encounter is and just the way it stares into the camper's soul while he sleeps. No matter what, skinwalker or just a regular horse, it's still very creepy and would be enough to make someone pack their things and leave. Maybe it was just the man's sleep paralysis demon. This clip was uploaded to TikTok on April 23rd, 2023 by Claudio Villar 1. He was walking through the streets at night minding his own business when he looked up and saw something flying through the sky. This incident happened in Buenos Aires, Argentina.
¿Qué mierda es eso? ¿Qué es eso?
What it is exactly is unknown. However, it's believed that it is a copper meteor or at least some kind of meteor. One commenter said it's Iron Man. Of course, there was lots of speculation of UFOs and extraterrestrial beings, but this one is most likely just a meteor. One commenter said, "This decade is probably the craziest time to be alive." And he might not be wrong with that statement. This footage was captured recently by two girls playing Rando Nautica. If you don't know, Rando Nautica is an exploration app that generates random points near you and you go and explore them. The user sets a radius of where the points can be generated, then the app generates them. It's also said that the app can read your mind. You can speak out loud what you want to see and the app can supposedly take you there. The two girls named Marie and Sky heard the spooky stories surrounding the app and decided to try it for themselves. A decision they would most certainly regret.
Why do we just go to this quantum point and this whole person is Sky? Oh my God. I can't. No, I can't.
Marie recalls, "Sky was outside of the car standing there and I looked up and right in our headlights is a guy walking towards us." She says he just looked super creepy and super weird and something was off about the whole situation. That's when they decided to flee, fearing for their lives. It's unknown who the man was or what he was doing, but it's believed that he was dangerous. Why is a lone man standing in the middle of a field in the middle of the night? It really makes you wonder. There's an unwritten rule that you're not supposed to play Rando Nautica at night. And this is probably why, to save yourself from things like this. Because who knows what weird things happen in the dead of night. Deer fights happen quite often in the wild. When two deer battle for a mate, they clash their antlers together and ram into each other, dueling it out. But on rare occasion, the fighting pair of deer can get their antlers stuck together, and that's exactly what happened here. A deer is seen dragging another deer through the snow with their antlers intertwined. It appears as if the deer being dragged is dead. Either it's dead or just about dead. This phenomenon has only been seen a handful of times throughout the years, so it's very rare. The likelihood of this happening changes when the deer's antlers are more complex or larger. This makes it a lot more easy for it to occur. But as you can see, this deer is trying everything in its power to get freed from the other one. This could potentially be very harmful for the live deer by restricting it from moving or possibly even making it hard to eat or drink. However, it's unknown if the deer was ever broke free, but if it didn't, eventually the other deer would decay and then it could rip its head off its body, carrying around the buck's severed head, just like in this video here. It's really crazy and scary to see what can go on in the wild. So in my last video, I put a clip at the end of a strange location that I found. I'm gonna go ahead and play it for you guys. Cult stuff, dude. Look at this. We got the security cameras, padlock gate, death spikes on top so you can't get over, no trespassing, something weird spelled out in the thing, and then just a shovel sitting right in the path. And I got a lot of comments saying you guys wanted to know the full story and the background information, so here it is. My brother and I were made known of this strange gate one day many years ago when we were exploring the beach. There's a secret and pretty secluded path off of the beach and into the dunes that ultimately leads to this gate. The locked gate is loaded with rows of spikes so no one can even attempt to get over it. And posted right beside it is a security camera. It seems pretty heavily guarded, but why? We spoke to a few locals and the only thing they told us was to stay away from there, especially at night, because there's a cult that gathers there. Hearing that information scared me but made me even more intrigued, so I did some research and I found that the place is a supposed spiritual retreat. It's said that the people go there to celebrate and worship a man named Meher Baba, who was a historical figure who declared himself the Avatar, which means God in human form. Now this was all the information that I could find online. What they do back there is very vague and is not really listed online and on their website. But why are they so focused on keeping people out? I personally have never seen spikes on a gate like that before. Could there potentially be something more sinister going on back there? I'm not too sure. And why is that shovel sitting there like that? And then just a shovel sitting right in the path. All I'm saying is this does seem pretty suspicious, but I could definitely be wrong. Let me know if you guys have any additional information in the comments. This footage comes from Southern California. It comes from the YouTube channel Explore Live Nature Cams. The mounted trail camera shows the nest of a bald eagle. You can see along with the eagle in the nest is an egg. You can see the eagle is sitting there minding its own business when suddenly this happens. A fox pops up and attempts to jump in the nest. At first glance, it looks like the fox was attempting to attack the eagle, but this isn't the case. The fox was going for the egg. Foxes are notorious for being very cunning and sly, always trying to sneak around and find food. But obviously this fox was not sneaky enough, as the eagle turned around and attacked it back and spread its wings out to attempt to scare the fox. Luckily this worked and it ultimately backed off entirely. After this, fearing that the fox would return, the mama eagle called to its mate. The father eagle flies back to the nest and stands guard with the mom. I think it's so cool to see how these two eagles work together and how smart they actually are. This is a crazy close look to the dangerous lives of the wild animals. Alright, I think that's going to be it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed, and if you did enjoy, go ahead and smash the like buttons, mom. Let's aim for 2,000 likes for another one of these scary trail camera videos. And if you want to get to know me more, or you want to see more of my spooky content, you can go ahead and follow me on Instagram, Maxwell Fear, or you can go ahead and follow me on TikTok, Maximum Fear. And also be sure to subscribe to the channel because only 4% of you guys who watch my videos are subscribed. And be sure to hit that bell as well so you don't miss when I upload. Alright, I hope your fear was maximized. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.